would you say is the medium of journalism that we should be aiming for?
As students, get a little bit of everything. Absolutely. It's so much more of a competitive edge if you can go in and say, hey, I can write, I can video edit, I can shoot, I can talk on camera, I can do everything, because I think that's honestly more of the future. Even at Crikey as an investigative journalist, we're now trying to get a little bit better at being digital. We're quite old school. And I do video editing for them every now and again. And that was a huge competitive edge when I was applying for the job, was like, hey, if you need someone to, I have the skills. So try and do everything. As for where the future is going, who knows, it changes so quickly in this industry.
What is the hardest part of working in the journalism industry?
It's tricky coming to work every day and coming up with new ideas, but it comes a lot easier than you'd imagine. I thought that was probably one of the things that I was like, there's no way that I'll be able to keep coming up with things, but you just do.
What would you say is the hardest part of your job, and what do you think, when do you think a person should tap out?
Well, I would say the hardest part for someone who's a new writer with no establishment yet per se, would be to find your voice in a story while still getting the story across. So when I put up my first piece on Michael West, Mike called me and said, look, the only people that care that you actually wrote this piece are your mum and dad. So for someone who's just started out, people don't want to read you, they want to read the story. But in saying that, as you progress and you're writing more and more stories, you want to try and find your voice within that piece. So I think that's always going to be a work in progress. I've found that.